Season 7 of Where Hawaii Eats is brought to you by Cisco Hawaii, Outrigger Resorts and Hotels, Ward Village, Coca-Cola Bottling of Hawaii, and Honolulu Star Advertisers Dining Out. Welcome to Where Hawaii Eats. We're at Ward Village, and if you're looking for a little bit of New England and some great seafood, you have to come to Fat Cheeks. They are known for their wonderful lobster rolls and a lot of great classics, New England classics. Joining me is Chef Jared. Jared Brown, he has some culinary background. You and your wife had started this back, you had a desire to move to Hawaii and you started this.
Okay, so as the story goes,
okay.
I was working at a restaurant called Uncle Boone's. It's since closed since the pandemic, back in NYC, and I was working, typical restaurant, 15 to 16 hours a day, 1 or 2 days off every couple weeks, something like that. And my wife was doing event planning and project management for a biotechnology firm, and she wasn't really satisfied with the job, so she would call me up constantly, like, this sucks, let's get out of here, I don't want to do this. And we had been in Hawaii a bunch of times, and all the travels that we had, this by far is the most comfortable we've ever felt.
So you guys made that leap of faith.
Yeah.
You made that. Now this is home.
Yeah.
And so this location has been thriving. And for me, when I first met you and I tried your lobster roll, I never had a lobster roll sandwich like that before. You bake your own bread.
We're trying to, with the lobster roll in particular, we're trying to do something that's really, really familiar to people, but do it in a way that's slightly different. So traditionally in New England, you'll put it on like a split top hot dog bun, which you toast, but at a certain point it doesn't get as crispy as we would want it, because you have to have some kind of that contrast in there, right? So you have a really well buttered bun that still retains its crispness on the bite. So you have the layers of texture and layers of flavor to it.
But there's tons of lobster. There's so much lobster in here.
Yeah, you have to balance it out, right? You have to have a good quality meat. You have to have a good amount of meat. You have to have a bun that's going to support that. It's more than just a vehicle for the lobster.
It's delicious.
Did you bite my half?
No. We're gonna go to the Lobster Burger now.
So the Lobster Burger is the idea of, we wanted something that was unctuous and tasty, and when you bit it, when halfway through, you kind of felt guilty for having it.
You're the only one doing this.
We're trying to be. We don't want to do what other people necessarily do. We want to do things that are familiar to people.
So there's that big chunk of lobster.
So it's double patty of grass-fed local beef, in between butter poached lobster, ripe tomato, and some nice butter lettuce.
That's amazing.
And our house sauce. And the idea always is, we always try to put a little bit of citrus with it, so you can see the contrast between it and cut some of the heaviness and the fat, so your palate doesn't get really tired of it.
You can really, it just brings me back to like going to the Cape, or being on the East Coast and really enjoying a lot of great seafood. It brings me back there.
Yeah.
Now, segueing into the fish sandwich.
So the fish sandwich it's similar to what you'd have in like the Northeast, but it's not quite. It's just left of what it would be. So this particular tart sauce is more of a Japanese kind of inflection. Okay. So you have hard-boiled eggs, a little bit more herb than you normally have.
Oh my God. Look at how much food you get.
There we go. All right, and we try to present it in a way that keeps those fillets, the integrity fillets, and then people can put the amount of tartar they want. I'm gonna have to have a bite.
This is really good.
It's all, like when you order it, it's all made fresh right then, right? Because you want to keep the separation of flavors, and you want to keep the integrity of the ingredients, and you want the customer to get, like if you got like a chicken sandwich or a fish sandwich and it sat there, that moisture is going to hit the crispness, and it's going to go away. It's going to be muddled. right? We don't want any of that.
We always have to end with dessert. And this is your wife's
Yeah.
lemon
yeah,
tart.
Yeah. So we used to do, back in New York City, we used to have like a pop-up restaurant to see if we were like professionally compatible, you know? And she would always bother me to put a lemon tart on the menu. It's like, I don't really like lemon tarts. I don't why put it on? It's like, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna put it on. It's like, I don't really want it. But she made that, and I don't have much of a sweet tooth.
That is the best way to end this meal. Jared, thank you for doing the show. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching Where Hawaii Eats, and make sure you come see these guys at Fat Cheeks. This was amazing.
Thank you.
Season 7 of Where Hawaii Eats is brought to you by Cisco Hawaii, Outrigger Resorts and Hotels, Ward Village, Coca-Cola Bottling of Hawaii, and Honolulu Star Advertisers Dining Out.